Yo, what's going on, everybody? Ace and McMillian here from the Gurren Otaku Council podcast, and you are now tuned into GOC News, your weekly source for the latest anime news. So let's get into it. Alrighty, hello everybody. Welcome back for another week of anime news. Hello, McMillian. How are you doing today, my friend?
I'm doing okay. Doing pretty good. How about yourself, Ace?
I'm doing great, doing wonderful. A little side note here, God of War Ragnarok then came out, and I have been wasting my life away playing it.
Same, truly same.
Fell off a little bit on my podcast duties, but it's okay, folks, because I'm be back on it this week. I promise you. I'm not gonna let God of War take away all my time. But to go ahead and get us started here, so these last 2 weeks we've been mentioning how there was going to be a special event for Attack on Titan here soon, and they finally have it. So we finally got some more information that the final season, part 3 of Attack on Titan, will be the last installment of the final season, and it will fully adapt the manga. So with that being said, it looks like there won't be any anime only scenes going on in this final part installment here. So it looks like we're just going to be strictly adapting the manga, which I know a lot of fans may either be upset or happy with, because I know some fans will call them for a different anime ending when the manga finished, because they were upset with how the manga ended. But nonetheless, I know a lot of people who are still going to be happy that they still decided to just adapt the manga regardless.
Yeah, it'd be interesting, because I don't think this one got spoiled for me, so I can't wait to see how that goes.
What is funny, out of all the stuff I have gotten spoiled on, the ending for Attack on Titan is one that I did not get spoiled on, surprisingly. So I'm still in the dark on what the ending is, and I'm finally glad that we get to see what it is. Oh yeah, also currently right now it's just scheduled for 2023. We don't have a release date for the final season yet. We just know it's going to be released sometime during 2023. That's all we know so far. But of course, once we do get the release date, we will share that information with you guys. But yeah,
maybe like spring or summer, depending.
Maybe something like that. And also, so heading on to our next piece of anime news, I just want to clarify this right now. It is just a rumor. I have not been able to find any official sources for this piece of news. But there's a rumor going around right now that Dan, which is a popular manga right now, is going to get a anime adaptation here soon. And I know, McMillian, I think you said you started reading this.
Yeah, I started when it first got announced, and then like either probably something else came out, or I read so much that it probably just got fell by the wayside. But yeah, it's a pretty good series. With Anime NYC coming up here soon. I think it's like next week, if not the end of this week. There might actually be an announcement for it, and that might be what the rumor is relating to. So maybe like an announcement that could possibly happen at Anime NYC. So just be on the lookout for it if you are excited for this series. And if you haven't heard of Dan before and you're interested in reading a new manga, I do recommend it. It's pretty good.
Alrighty, sounds good. And some more manga-related news here. We just want to let everybody know that also the Black Clover manga will be on a 2-week hiatus right now due to the author's health. So, just prayers up to Tabata right now. Hope he gets better. Hope the illness isn't nothing serious, and hopefully it's just something, small, if you will, a small illness. But yeah, just hope the mangaka is feeling better, and he can continue making Black Clover.
Indeed.
All right, moving on from there. And this is actually a very interesting piece of news here. So it seems like a popular VTuber is getting an anime. Now, I also want to preface this. I'm not into VTubers, so I have no idea who this young lady is, but her name is Kizuna, and she seems to be getting a anime. What do you think about that?
Honestly, I don't hate it. Even though I'm not big into VTubers either. But it is, unless VTubers are company people, then maybe I'd care about it this way. But like, it's kind of interesting to see that like a person who just simply put over like a a mocap type of program, and had an artist do like an anime person or girl or whatever became popular enough to the point where someone wants to give them an anime. I mean, I think that's kind of cool. So I have no qualms about it. But if it was the fact that like, oh, this is always planned, I'd be a little bit salty. But like, if this is just like some random person who is like, I want to do VTubing, and they just became so popular that an anime studio was like, yeah, we'll make an anime for you. I'd be like, hey, that's dope as well. That's just dope.
Yeah, no, I think it's dope as well because it just opens up the realm of possibility to many different, anime projects that we can get here in the future. Who knows? Like this one VTuber anime could be not only the initial step for multiple VTuber animes just in general, but just for new ideas in the world of anime just in general.
Yeah.
So it's definitely exciting news. And so if you know who this VTuber is, and if you follow her, then I assume that you're happy for this news as well. Oh man, but moving on from there, so we got some more news, Disney Plus related news now. Ghibli, from the studio Ghibli, of course, has animated a Star Wars short called Grogu and Dust Bunnies, and is available now on Disney Plus. So if you're if you're a Star Wars fan, you're into that series / franchise, go check out the new short that's available now on Disney Plus.
Yeah, you can also check out a small snippet of the short, I think, like on Twitter somewhere. I think because they were advertising it over this past weekend. So if you want to get a taste of it, I guess so go look online.
And then speaking of manga spoilers, the Tokyo Revengers manga is currently scheduled to officially end on November 16th, just 2 days away from the time of this recording. If you're in the anime Twitter, you will know that there are heavy spoilers right now going around for the ending of Tokyo Revengers.
I am a victim. I am an anime only. The second season isn't even out, people. What are y'all doing?
So this is also a PSA to be very, very wary of spoilers for Tokyo Revengers, because once again, the manga officially ends on the 16th of November, but of course there's already spoilers out now, but once it officially comes out, there's going to be even more. So please be careful if you do not want to get spoiled on the series if you're anime only. You might want to go ahead and get the Mutants and Tokyo Revengers words. Mm-hmm. And then finally, last but not least, the boy, he done finally did it. After 20 plus years, the man, the myth, the legend himself, Ash Ketchum, has finally become a world champion, everybody. Mm-hmm. You heard it here. He's finally become a world champion. So for those who don't know, the Pokemon anime still goes on, of course, and they still come out with new shows, as the new games and stuff come out yearly and things of that nature. And in the latest installment, Pokemon, I think it's called Pokemon World Series Ultimate, something like that. I apologize, guys. I should have looked up the name before I wrote this down. But in the latest installment of the Pokemon anime, Ash finally won the World Series, where he went up against the champion from the Galar region for the championship final. I can't remember his name, but if you play Sword and Shield, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Leon, thank you. Well, he faced Leon for the final, for the finals, of course, and he beat him, and he's a world champion now. It's been 20 years in the making, and now boy finally done did it. Yeah, he finally done did it.
Yeah, last season, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, last season or maybe the season prior, he became a league champion, and now he's a world champion.
Yeah, he became regional champion. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he became regional champion the last series, and now he's world champion. So I mean,
if you're failing at something over and over again, guys, don't worry. It just takes 20 years to truly master it.
It just takes 20 years. So hopefully, maybe this is like, quote unquote, the end of Ash's time. Being the main character in the anime series. So maybe they might let, I think his name is Satoru, take the reins, which was another main character they brought on, they introduced in the series not too long ago. So he might take the official reins as the main character now. They might try something completely different. Who knows?
Maybe. I'm not sure. I am on the side that I don't think that might be the case, only because in Japan, Ash's character's name is named after the person who created Pokemon. So I don't know.
Okay.
I think they'd probably keep it going just to honor.
And I think his name is Satoshi.
So
it's Satoshi.
Oh,
okay,
sorry,
Satoshi.
Ash's name is Satoshi. I don't. If you're talking about the other character, I wouldn't know.
No. You're correct. No, you're correct. No, I'm listen. I don't know these characters.
Yeah, but in Japan, he's named after the person who created the whole franchise, and and based on how Japanese people with their like honoring of the dead and tradition, I don't think they would change the main character just to honor the creator. But I mean, only time will tell. So.
Only time will tell. I mean, at least they finally gave my boy a championship. Mm-hmm. Maybe they'll let him grow up now.
maybe.
Get Pokemon Shippuden finally. All right, well that's the end of the news section here. The news section here. We're gonna hand it over to our friend McMillian to talk about some of the latest trailers.
Yep.
Here.
So for today, we don't have a lot of trailers. To start off, though, I'll go by like what I'm most excited about, and then to least excited. Doesn't mean they're bad. I think all of these might be actually interesting. So first up is this horror anime called Dark Gathering. From the trailer, looks very interesting. It's about this. From what I can tell, because it did only recently come out, so the subs I believe are the ones that I watched were fans translated. So, and they even said this might not be exact, but the main character seems to be some type of psychic, and he apparently meets this other girl, I believe, who might have like the same abilities, who's caretaking what either is a girl who's somehow connected to spirits and ghosts, or not even a kid itself, maybe a spirit all its own. And they go around hunting yokai or other spirits, and it looks very child-like. Like it looks like it's made for kids. Well, technically it is shonen, but it's kind of partway through it becomes a little bit more dark and twisted. And
yeah, because I was about to say the end of that trailer looked a little dark.
That's what I'm saying. It starts off looking very like kind of more child targeted, and then as you progress, I'm like, oh, this actually could be a pretty interesting horror. So that's why I'm like kind of most excited for this one. It's scheduled to release sometime in July 2023, so do be on the lookout for it. Excuse me. Next we have Malevolent Spirits Mononogatari. I'm trying to make sure I stress this is not Monogatari series like prequel or sequel or what have you, but something all its own. Also deals with, seems like yokai or spirits, and a man or organization that might hunt them. It kind of reminds me of I don't know how many people have seen Twin Star Exorcist, but it kind of reminds me of that. It seems like there's people with powers and they guard like everyone else from these like spirits and stuff of that nature.
Correct. I also just wanted to state as well, because I mentioned in the last news episode that I thought I saw some information / news related to the Monogatari series, but that was not the case. It was this right here, Mononogatari Malevolent Spirits, which McMillian already stated that is not in relation to the Monogatari series.
Mm-hmm. Even the name was confusing. I definitely thought it was at first until I watched the trailer. And last we have Revenger, which seems to be an original project, not based on anything else. From what I can tell, seems pretty interesting. I'm not sure what the focus is because it wasn't. At least the trailer I saw wasn't subtitled. But they seem to be like warriors or some type of something like that. Do you have? Sorry, you can expound more.
Yeah, I was about to say from the look of the trailer, it looked like it was a character trailer, and this is the third trailer they dropped so far for this show called Revenger. Mm-hmm. And also looking at it, I didn't officially put this down on here because I couldn't find any official sources, but I think the character that was in the trailer being shown, his name was Rizzo. Once again, I'm not sure on that officially, but I was just doing some research, of course, and that's what I found. But it just looked like a character teaser trailer, mm-hmm. Not a character teaser trailer, just a character trailer, in my opinion.
So not too much story on stuff like this, but it does look like it's animated pretty well. So as more comes out about it, maybe we'll talk about it on a different news episode or possible bonus discussion on regular. But that was it.
I agree. So yes, that is the end of our trailers, and now we finally got to our rapid fire section of the news. episode, everybody, we're going to be talking about important dates and announcements. Starting us off with Studio Game premieres an original TV anime called The Marginal Service, and is currently set to premiere sometime in 2023. And it has a very revealing anime visual, if you will.
Yeah, only one can assume what this anime is about, but very muscular people, fully not much not clothed, standing behind what appears to be, I think, like caution tape or something like that. Could be a strip detective agency. You know, an anime, it literally could be anything. So we'll just have to wait and see. And our next piece of news, season 3 for Reincarnate as a Slime has been officially announced. We all knew it was coming, I'm pretty sure, based on just how popular the series is and the fact that it's got a movie coming
out pretty soon.
Is it end of this year or is it beginning of next year? Beginning, right?
I think it might release in Japan at the end of this year.
Okay.
And sometime in the West, of course, sometime 2023.
So,
but
yeah, the movie's like right around the corner, most likely like next year. So we all knew it was coming. But I'm very glad to get an official announcement.
I agree with that statement as well. Moving on from there, we're going to be getting some more information on the Undead Unluck anime on November the 21st. So once we do get that information, we'll come back and relate it to you guys.
Mm-hmm. After that, we have an anime that got announced, anime adaptation called The Weakest Tamer Began a Journey to Pick Up Trash. I don't know what this means. Most likely it's an isekai or something, and trash gives you XP. And he's going to become OP because of the trash. Most likely. That's what it's, if I had to guess off the title.
Correct. Also, Arknight's Prelude to Dawn, they just showed off some new character visuals, if you will. Also, there's a few trailers out. I know because I'm only mentioning that because this is our first time mentioning Arknights in general on the news episode. There are also a few trailers for the anime out now. And for those who don't know, Arknights is just it's a gacha game, mobile gacha game
tower defense.
I think it is tower defense that is getting an anime adaptation. So similar to Tech Top OP and Genshin Impact as well.
Yep. After that, we have was a visual release for the live action Tokyo Revengers sequel. So if anyone wants to see a live action version of middle schoolers beating each other up for gang related reasons, they get the movie's getting a sequel. So congrats.
And Bet Bunny, I'm pretty sure they got adult actors to cast as these children.
Most likely.
Because they all look grown anyways in the anime. So I mean, oh man. And then last but not least, the My Hero Ultra Impact mobile game is officially out now, available for download. So if you're into mobile games and / My Hero, go check it out. Yep. It is said to be a battle RPG. And you get to use villains and heroes, and of course all their quirks and things of that nature. So once again, if you're into mobile games and or My Hero in general, go check it out. And the game is once again My Hero Ultra Impact.
Jason,
No, I was just about to say, well, that is all the rapid fire announcements that we had here for today. Was there anything specifically that you wanted to touch up on here before we head on out here?
No news. I was just about to go ahead and take us out. Unless you had something.
Well, nope, I'm good to go. Just go ahead and take us out here, my friend.
All right, guys. As always, appreciate you for watching / listening. For my audio only listeners, please consider sharing the podcast as well as writing a review. Give us a follow, helps us grow. For the video, for my YouTube watchers, like, comment, subscribe. You already know the jazz. Let us know if there was any announcement that we might have missed or anything that you're excited about. Out of the stuff that we talked about, we'd love to hear your perspective. If you want to stay updated on all things about the council, please consider following us on our social medias. That's at Gurren Otakus on Twitter and at Gurren Otaku Council on everything else, which would be Facebook, Instagram, and now TikTok. So keep a lookout for that. With all that being said, everybody, this is GOC News signing off. Have a nice night.